Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spotlight, playing under the Championship Battle Rules, which are the current rule set of the VGC 2018 season. I hope you're all well, guys. It is Friday. We are finishing off the week with this Mega Charizard X Yanmega team that you kindly voted for in our poll a couple of weeks ago for us to take forward and use in our brand new series structure, which I am so thankful for each and every one of you that's given feedback so far this week and last week in regards to the structure, how useful you find it, any quirks that you kind of may want to change with it, any ideas, and just general feedback and support. It's been absolutely amazing, guys, so thank you so much for all of that. So we are finishing up today Monday's episode after the changes, and if you haven't seen Sunday's episode where we did the team review from last week's battles, just click up here. It will be there for you to go back and watch that, and then you can watch all of the other battles that we've had this week. So Monday we kicked off really good games, positive, the team was working really well. Wednesday, bump in the road, it didn't go as well as what we kind of planned, and it's a little bit sad really, because you know, we had that one game in the middle where we won, but it was more down to RNG than anything else, and I just think we can improve on that. So I'm hoping today we give the team a really good send-off, and we can really showcase the Toxicroak, the Yanmega, and all the other cast that we've got featured here. The team is a lot of fun to play, so we're going to just jump straight into it, guys, today. Obviously, as always, if you're not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe, because we have lots of VGC content coming out for you very shortly, and well, we do at the minute, but obviously very soon. I've got a massive array of VGC content coming out for you guys, and as always, if you enjoy the video, do leave a like. It massively helps the video out, and obviously as well, I'll just drop in that we are wearing our Flinch Squad clothing, so you can do the link thing. It will take you over to our Teespring if you want to rep the Flinch Squad and grab some Flinch Squad gear. But we have a first opponent of the day, Natsum, and they're running a team of Gardevoir, Landorus, Volcarona, Tapu Fini, Togedemaru, and the Amoonguss. So what are we looking at here? There's probably a Trick Room switch in the team with the Gardevoir, but not massively heavy. You know, it's just going to be a mod that my opponent can use to manipulate the speed on the board when they want to. More likely Tailwind, and probably from that Volcarona, I would imagine. The Volcarona Togedemaru is an interesting combination. There's Fake out there, obviously the Lightning Rod, but we don't have too much electric on our team, so we don't need to worry about that too much. There's the Tapu Fini for the terrain control, Intimidate from the Landorus, and Amoonguss there just as the Trick Room Preventer, I guess you can call it. So what are we going to do? I do really like Charizard as a lead. I also like, because if we get some Dragon Dances up, we can deal with the Fini, we can deal with the Togedemaru, the Volcarona, the Landorus, the Amoonguss, and the Gardevoir. So we can deal with everything with Charizard. We need to pick pretty quickly though. I am going to go Toxicroak, Milotic, and I think Crocodile is quite a nice pick here as well. We haven't played Yanmega as much this week, and that's maybe something more to do with how the changes have been made. It would be nice if we can finish off the episode today with Yanmega. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? But we'll just have to see how things play out, but I'm sure it will be fine. So let's get into this first one and finish off the week on a high, guys, because that's what it is all about. We're going to see Gardevoir and Volcarona come out for our opponent here, and we will lead with our little Toxicroak and our Charizard, Fire Dragon type. So Trace coming out, gonna trace that Dry Skin, we don't mind that too much, do we? We're gonna fake out the Gardevoir, and we're just gonna Dragon Dance. I think that would be yeah, one thing is, like, if we fake out the Gardevoir, the Volcarona could go for a Tailwind, but you know, I'm more worried about a Trick Room being set up because we're Dragon Dancing rather than a Tailwind being set up. So we'll see what my opponent wants to do. We might want to just attack into the Toxicroak, because Toxicroak is putting a bit of pressure on that God of War right now. Going to see the God, he just switched straight out. We're going to see Landorus make its appearance onto the field. So we'll drop an Intimidate onto the Charizard, but we can nullify that with Dragon Dance of our own, and start putting a little bit of pressure on this next turn. We should outspeed the Landorus as well with our Charizard after this Dragon Dance, even if it is Scarfed, unless it's like Jolly Scarfed, but I doubt it is. And we'll see what this Volcarona goes for. It's not going for a Protect, so maybe he wants to go for a Quiver Dance here. Or like I say, wants to attack into the Toxicroak to remove that threat for the God of War later on in the match. But it's just going straight for a Quiver Dance, which is fine. We don't mind that too much. Now we've got quite a nice option here where we could potentially go for a Flare Blitz and the Helping Hand from the Toxicroak and just get rid of that Landorus, because that Helping Hand will put us back up to +1. +1 Flare Blitz should get the Landorus. So remember that we have Dragon Dance, so we kind of cancel out the Intimidate, and the Helping Hand kind of equates to the same as a +1 anyway, so it's quite nice having that support there on the team. So that's what we'll do. Volcarona is threatening a little bit, but at the same time Toxicroak has its Sash, and Charizard isn't really too worried about what the Volcarona can throw out, unless it's got some crazy hidden power that we aren't expecting, but you never know. We'll see. But in this position we're not sitting too bad. If my opponent wants to just switch the Landorus out, then they're not going to, but they could do, just to cycle that Intimidate a bit later on in the match. Unless this is like seriously bulky, this Landorus, we take it down. The recoil's not going to be ideal, but it's worth getting rid of one huge threat to our side of the field. On my opponent's side of the field, I should say. Heatwave coming out, Toxicroak avoiding like a ninja, and doing its thing, and Charizard, because we are 4 times resistant, even at +1, the Volcarona is no match for our mighty Charizard. So, see what my opponent brings in now. They're going to bring in the Tapu Fini, and we're sitting in quite a nice position now, because we can go for that Volcarona with a Flare Blitz, and we can just go for a Gunk Shot into the Tapu Fini, and let's maybe see what this lead is made of, because we potentially can clean up here. I know that the Heatwave miss is obviously very fortunate on the Toxicroak, but it can happen. RNG is a thing, so we can't complain when it does go our way, because sometimes it doesn't and we just have to put up with it. So we're going to see the Volcarona just go for Protect here to avoid any damage from this Flare Blitz, and possibly Helping Hand damage, and we'll get this Gunk Shot into the Tapu Fini. Toxicroak got his goggles on, and boom! Let's see, big damage as well. That's a bulky Fini, but doing nice damage, putting it in range to take it down next turn. Gonna see a Muddy Water come out and see that Dry Skin ability activate on Toxicroak, and not taking any damage, and Charizard able to take that quite comfortably now. I think what we can do here is, we know that Charizard is going to outspeed the Volcarona, so we could go Helping Hand and Flare Blitz into the Volcarona, because it can't Protect twice in a row. It can do. There's a risk that it does fail, so it's quite nice if we just go for this now and try and remove it from the field, because with that Quiver Dance it is becoming quite awkward to deal with. Tapu Fini's not really putting any pressure on our Toxicroak. Again, +1 Flare Blitz should take down this Volcarona. You know from us the speed tiers earlier on, unless it was a speed tie, that we are outspeeding the Volcarona with our Charizard, so we should be able to get this Flare Blitz +1 with the Helping Hand. I mean, obviously we're neutral, but the Helping Hand, this should be enough to take it down, which it is. And we will unfortunately lose Charizard to the recall, but Charizard has put in so much work in this game so far, we can't blame it for wanting to go and have a rest. And we're just going to see another Muddy Water. You've got to wonder if this is specs and it's locked in now, which is a little bit unfortunate if it is. What I will do is bring in Krookodile. Oh, do I bring in Krook, or do I just... I mean, I could bring in Krookodile and go for the Darkium on the God of War. Might not be a bad idea, but at the same time I kind of probably want a Gunk Shot, and what do I want to do? I mean, we might be better off going for Melodic and just Scald. Because Krookodile, I don't... Yeah, Krookodile should outspeed God of War, you've got to imagine. It's just that if it traces the Intimidate, that's that could backfire on us a little bit, but it's better than bringing in Milotic and then the God of War. Well, no, it's not, because it would Mega Evolve, so we would have been better off bringing in, yeah, the Milotic. But yeah, okay, we get away with it. We get away with it. Like, it wasn't the best decision at all, but we do get away with it. So we can, I think we can go for the Darkium into the God of War for sure, and just go for another Gunk shot into the Tapu Fini. It's not likely that the Tapu Fini can protect here, so I think we'll be alright getting the Gunk shot off onto it. Toxicroak's going to outspeed everything. We know from the abilities activating when the God of War came in, the Crocodile outspeeds it, and our Toxicroak definitely outspeeds our Crocodile, so we should be fine. I don't think a Darkium from Crocodile will be enough to take down God of War, but you never know. So God of War likely going to be able to get an attack off, but at this point we've still got our Sash intact. We're going to be able to get rid of the Fini. The other argument is just attacking into the God of War and using the Finis locked into Muddy Water to restore our health, but at this point in the match I don't think it's so necessary. Like I say, we've got the Sash, we can just round things up, we can just go for the simple plays and just lock this game up. We might see a Trick Room come out from the God of War, but I don't know if it's likely. Right now, I don't know. You never know. You never know. But it's like 3-on-1, and we've got Milotic in the back as well, so we've not really got too much to worry about, I should say. There's a Psychic coming out, and we don't need to worry because Toxicroak has put in an absolute shift. It's been such a boss in this game for us, and it's so nice to feature it on the channel and be able to kind of showcase how well it can perform, even though, you know, some people kind of expect it to be a little bit of an odd selection. It might not perform very well, but in certain games and certain roles that it can perform, it just does so well. Very good game to my opponent, and a nice way for us to start the episode today with a really strong win. And really, it was all about the Toxicroak Charex, wasn't it, guys? So very nice. Let me know your opinions as well on Toxicroak. It's an odd pick. It's never going to be a top tier Pokemon, unfortunately, but yeah, we can always try, can't we, guys? We can always push the Toxicroak train because it's always going to be worthwhile, I feel. So right, let's go into our next game and see how we can get on in this one, and hopefully we can finish off with a victory. We're only on 12 minutes so far as well, so that's pretty good. We might even squeeze the third game in today. It depends how things pan out, but you know, I'm kind of probably jinxing it, guys. Touch wood, but as soon as I mention it, I kind of normally we go on to a game that lasts absolutely ages, and watch, we'll pull up against Chansey here, and I'll just crawl into a hole and just let the timer run down. But no, let's hope it doesn't take too long to find an opponent. Should I do the old jinx where I'm gonna restart? I'm gonna pause the video and start, because normally when I do that as well, normally as soon as I go to hit the stop button, it normally comes up with an opponent, but it's not right now. It's not. I don't know. I'm pre-recording this week because I'm trying to squeeze in as much as I can for my preparations for Worlds, and one of the things that I'm really conscious of at the minute is that we probably will be getting news about the VGC 19 season at some point this week, but we'll have to see, won't we, guys? So we've got our next opponent of the day, Child, and they are playing a team of Tapu Lele, Torkoal, Lilligant, Houndoom, which is going to be probably the Mega, unless it's the Mega Garchomp and Celesteela. So what are we going to do here? The Lilligant Torkoal lead is a little bit obnoxious for us, but it's not the worst. Like, Toxicroak with its dry skin does not appreciate the sun, but we can go for it. Oof, this is a really tough matchup for us. Charizard, I think we probably need this is all over difficult. Probably Crocodile. And could Yanmega be good in this game? Could it? I don't know. I kind of feel like Milotic could be decent as well. There's no Intimidate on my opponent's team. Don't really want to bring Tapu Bulu. but just changing the terrain. We do have Rock Slide with it. Tapu Bulu will be able to get rid of the Lele, the Garchomp, and at least do some damage to stuff, and it protects Charizard Toxicroak from the Garchomp abuse. So, oh, this is a tough matchup for us to end with. It might be a quick one though, guys, so we might actually be able to get that third game in today, and we'll see what happens. So, this is going to be difficult. Very, very difficult, I think. But we'll see. So, Pokemon trainer child, who is not a child, who is a fully grown, fully fledged woman, is sending out Lilligant and Torkoal. So, we're going to see the Drought activate. We're going to see the Lilligant. Now, who do we fake out? I don't know if we fake out anyone. We could just go for a Gunk shot into the Lilligant, protect Charizard. It's probably not. Although, do we see a double protect here because of the fake out? It's all a bit awkward, isn't it? I'm gonna go Gunk shot, and I'm gonna go. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go fake out into the Torkoal, and I'm gonna Dragon Dance because I think the Lilligant might protect here. I'm playing on that. Okay, we're so wrong. Tapu Lele coming out. We're probably gonna see something get put to sleep here. This is what's so awkward about this sort of team. Like, you get the call wrong in like one little area, and it's like the pressure is just on you straight away. That's the beauty about this like team makeup. It's so difficult to play around. We're going to see a sleep powder come out. It's going to be into the Charex. Yeah, so I mean, we do burn a turn of sleep straight away, which is always nice, isn't it? But Toxicroak going to take a bit of chip damage because of the dry skin, which is never ideal. And we might be better off bringing in. Do we bring in Crocodile here? I don't know if I want to. Could bring in Bulu, get rid of the terrain. Because I expect Sleep Powder to maybe come onto that slot. And we'll Flare Blitz into the Lilligant. Because we need to get rid of the Lilligant. The Lilligant is a massive pain in our side. Like, we need to get rid of it. So if we can get a 1-turn Wake and just nuke it, then that's massively helpful. It could be Sash though, which makes it even more difficult. But there's an After You from the Lilligant into the Lele, which is going to go for a Psychic into the Tapu Bulu. But we are able to take that because of the grassy terrain, which is always nice. We do stay asleep with Charizard, and we get a little bit of health back with our Tapu Bulu. So that's always good. We are Scarfed as well, so there is the, if we don't see an After You, then, one of the things we could do is go into Crocodile, and then we could go for that Flare Blitz again into the Lilligant, and hope a Psychic comes out into that slot. Lilligant actually going to withdraw. We're going to see it retreat until later. Houndoom going to come out onto the field. It's going to have that Solar Power. I mean, a Flare Blitz here would be so nice for us, and hopefully we see a Psychic from the Lele. Intimidate's not really going to be doing very much, but ooh, we do wake up. Oh, of course it's Flash Fire. And the Psychic coming out into the Charizard. Excellent. Just what we wanted. Ah, this is magical. Everything is going our way, guys. Alright, like, the Houndoom definitely Mega Evolves. Like 100%. It has to Mega Evolve. The Lele's got to feel super threatened here. Does Houndoom have anything? Oh, I guess it's got a Dark move. I mean, we could potentially go for... I mean, we will lose Crocodile, but it's probably worth it just to get some damage onto. And, do we just... Now, I think what I'll do is go for the Darkium. If I can click it in time into that, and then protect. It's alright, we ran out of time, it's fine. So Charizard will protect, we need it to protect. So there's the Houndoom. Hopefully it wants to go into the Charizard to get rid of it. I feel like the Charizard's the bigger threat here because the grassy terrain's up. So you would think, oh, we're not going to get too much damage from the Earthquake, so we should be alright. So that's my thinking here. Dark Pulse. It is! And we do outspeed Lele. Excellent. So we're somehow clawing ourselves back into this game. Nowhere near over though. Nowhere near over at all. This should take down the Lele though. Unless it's like a seriously bulky Lele. But we should take it down. So it's the Black Hole Eclipse enough. It is! Excellent! Crocodile, the king of all crocodiles. Solar Plow are going to eat away at that Houndoom, but the Grassy Terrain going to help it heal back up. But we do get rid of the Psychic Terrain, which is always nice. We'll probably see the Lilligant come back in here to just cause all sorts of shenanigans. It is the Lilligant, and it can put everything to sleep. But I think there's only one turn of the sun left, and the sunlight. So what we'll do is protect Crocodile. We need to switch something in. Bulu's not a bad switch because we are scarfed, so the next turn when the sun runs out we have got an opportunity there, and you would think a Dark Pulse will come into that slot. And Lilligant can't put it to sleep, so that's fine. Sleep Powder into Tapu Bulu. Heat Wave, not what we want to see. Okay. Poor Tapu Bulu. Alright, the sunlight does fade. Now, Toxicroak probably outspeeds the Lilligant, but I don't think Toxicroak will take a Heat Wave. But the Crocodile could get some leverage. We're probably better off bringing in Toxicroak. We could potentially, I feel like the Lilligant probably switches out here to get the Torkoal back in. So we could just Stomping into the Houndoom and do Fake Out as well. The Crocodile should take a Heat Wave, but like not if the sun comes out. I'm going to Gunk Shot into the Lilligant. That should be enough to take it down, as long as it's not sashed. But like I said, it probably switches like we're going to see. Okay, so a cross chop here would have been a little bit better, but well, no, it wouldn't, because Torkoal's just a fire type, so it's fine. Gunk Shot is better. Yeah, Houndoom just protects. We can't get rid of the sun. There's a Gunk Shot. Boom. Okay, it's not doing the best damage. It's not doing the worst damage either. I don't know if a Stomping Tantrum takes out the Houndoom. And we definitely cannot take down 2 Pokemon in one hit. Grassy Terrain has left the field. This is where we feel like do we just let Toxicroak go down, or do we actually just, because Toxicroak goes down to a Heat Wave here 100%, whereas if we bring in Charizard it will take a Heat Wave, and it's whether or not Crocodile can take the Heat Wave. Crocodile will go down here regardless, because it's not going to take double attacks from the Torkoal and Houndoom. It's just too strong. There's the first Heat Wave. Come on, Crocodile, please. Take it. It took it. Come on, please kill. Please kill. Please, please, please. Oh, it's so close, but I think the Solar Power will take the Houndoom down now. And then we've got the Fake Out. And we've got the Stomping to deal with the Torkoal. Okay, it's going to be close. It's going to be very close. Well, I think we lose either way. I don't think we can stall out the I don't think we can stall out the sun. So, have you got any other way of just dealing with the Lilligant? Because the Lilligant, Torkoal, they probably both protect here. That's the thing. Like, I'll stomp in and I'll just go for that fake out. But I really don't feel like we've got much leeway because we can't stop an after you. Yeah, there's the protect. We can't stop an after you eruption or an after you heat wave or flamethrower or anything like that. Yeah, and it's pretty much like, how many turns of sun have we got left? Two too many, I think. We'll go for the stomping, and for some miracle we might see an after you heat wave and we might get a double miss. It's all we can hope for now. Flinch Squad, Flinch Squad. There we go, there's the after you, and eruption, absolutely crushing Crocodile and a Toxicroc. The team put up a good fight, didn't it? It really did put up a good fight, but I think that team matchup is very difficult for us. Just the Lilligant, obviously, it always is the coin flip when it goes for the sleep powder, but maybe we could have targeted the Lele with Charizard X rather than the Lilligant, the turn that we targeted into it and caught the Houndoom in on the switch. It's a difficult one, isn't it? It's a really difficult one, because like I said at the start of the game, it's like those 50-50 calls against that sort of team, and you make the wrong call and all the momentum's gone. All the momentum is back into your opponent's side of the field, and it's really hard because of the output, the damage output that team archetype can throw out at you. It makes it extremely difficult to kind of come back from, but we are in about 26 minutes, 27 minutes, so I don't think we've got time to fit in another game, sadly. So we will be saying goodbye to this team, but we've had a really good run with the team this week, and I really like the changes. I really would love to hear your opinions, guys, on the changes that we've had so far this week and what you've thought of the games as well. It would be really great to hear, as always. I feel like the Toxicroc, we haven't really featured the Yanmega as much this week, so that's maybe a slot we could even look at changing as well. If we were to take the team forward, it's always an option as well. If you guys would like a paste of this team or anything to do with the team, let me know. I'm happy to share it with you guys, and we will be retiring it now from the channel. And I do have some news coming up about future content on the channel just for the meanwhile, but I'll leave that for a separate video, and we'll just keep the lovely taste of this team in our mouths fresh going into the weekend, because it has, although the last result wasn't great, it has been a really nice little run with the team, and it's been really nice playing with it. We've had some quirky little different picks and things like that, so it's always nice to see different options that you can play in with a team, and they do work. Like, the Toxicroc does work. It's not like something that is absolutely rubbish. It has its bad things that it can't deal well with, but it also has its really like glowing stuff that it can really perform well under certain situations. So, and that's like a lot of Pokemon do have a niche and they can fit into certain roles, and you've just got to remember that. And if your team needs that exact niche, it can be the perfect Pokemon for you. So you can't ever discount a Pokemon, and that is today's lesson, guys. But on that note, I'm just going to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you that are supporting the channel, watching the content, enjoying it, interacting in the comments section down below. It really does mean a massive amount to myself, and we will see you very soon for another episode of the School of Hard Knocks. And until then, guys, take care of yourselves. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Have a great evening, weekend, and I will see you all very soon. So until then, guys, bye bye.